Hello. It looks like it's 2:30 in the morning here. Uh, Boy, it got cold. It's getting cold. Now it's getting ready, getting up and like the one figures like 9 degrees and 7 degrees is supposed to be by morning. But anyway, I was looking at what happened in France. I sort of thought they had caught the guy from the first things that I had read. It was about this time last night too. I don't. Anyway, and then they also had another shooting in the VA in the United States. Well, and it's crazy because like I think what a society that is bent on war as a way of sowing differences. I mean, I was looking at something in Israel in the Gaza Strip, and they blew out every fucking house in the Gaza Strip. I don't understand. Well, I understand why the Muslims are sort of sick and think they're supposed to rape and sell their women. That's just. I hate to say that if you look at some of the history during World War One and well, if you look at history before that, let's just go back to the Roman time. They would sell people to their soldiers. You know what I'm saying? And that the mentality of a person that is gung ho to go fight, is a person that when they are there, it's not just that you are killing this or there to kill people, but you're there to maim. And I guess that now that the Muslims they've been so brutalized and so oppressed. They're sort of like the black people here. They whoop their kids because the white man whooped us when slaves. Don't believe that bullshit, because if we was worth any type of money, we couldn't afford to have an infection when it didn't have penicillin or antibiotics. And the most you worth more than everything they got in the whole all the, you are the land. You are, what I'm saying. They came out of jails. You know what I'm saying? There's a story about how cannabis started, and they said it started in the jails in London. That the all the food belonged to the queen, and they would feed them mush or whatever, and because of the how poor compared to the rich, how poor they were, they put a lot of people in what they call debtors prison. Like, if you were rural poor and you owe any money, they throw you and the whole family in the prison. Anyway, the story goes is that they would draw straws, because like to keep prostitution going, you got to have a way of keeping like sort of like a summer school, like kids out in the summertime. You have to keep a way, keep them, like past the point of where the puberty is that of their comprehension. But anyway, so the story goes is they would eat, like they would draw straws. They would eat like a baby, because like the logic was they hadn't been around, hadn't got to know them, and they were hungry. So anyway, this whole troop of people that was in a prison got relocated in this one area, and they didn't know the food was provided by the earth. That food came out of the earth. They just knew the guards had brought, the prison guards had brought them food. They've been living on, anyway, they so when they did that to these other people, these tribes, the tribes turned around and ate them. And so like that became accustomed to in that tribe, in this black tribe, that when they killed someone, they would go ahead and eat it, because this is what they had learned from, from, what I mean? Because like what was it? Those that one Sacred Heart. This preacher, they sent him off for raping little boys off to South America. I guess it's okay to rape little boys, but they had a big pedophile thing with the school and the doctors in South America and the preachers, and some type of connection with the Chinese and Russian, mafia. Anyway, I digress. So the results of war is what we see. I think the results of the war is that the Muslim don't have no fucking sense of humor. So I don't understand what the magazine, what they did to these people, how they harmed these people, how did they take them from their land, from their home. You know what I'm saying? That is part of distraction. If you could get them more busy about worrying about, beating off every 21 seconds, or if you could have all the women thinking that the only way, like here, oh my God, I here, like a lot of women now that are my age was all cutting those hair extensions out, and I don't know what they've been doing to their hair for the last 30, 40 fucking years, but you cannot be pulling your hair by the roots and expect, never mind, that's gotta hurt. That's why I never did I can't really do, I don't like I like my hair braided, but I don't like people that braid tight braids, and I don't like it. Like people say, oh, you can leave that in 2 weeks. Bullshit. I gotta wash my hair every week. It's not every 3 days. Black hair likes water, has to stay clean. Gotta get your skull breathe. Anyway, and then they had the guy in the VA hospital. Now, see, you have to know that these things are going to happen. If you have a society where it's based on, going into, like the Europeans, white invaders going into different countries, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think anybody would mind, like we have people all the time coming into Mexico, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that the Palestinians would mind that Israel's just moving next door without moving them out. What Israel is doing, for a place that's I don't know why the United States back them, except for the simple fact that it's a way of keeping war going. But Israel comes off like a very sick child. A very sick child of a pedophile. And now, you know what I'm saying? Of some type of serial killer pedophile raised them. I think part of the, you know what I'm saying? I think that there's and I think the Jews have been treated cruel and had inhumane acts done to them, but that's no excuse to continue that. That's like some of these motherfuckers testify up to me around here crying about how their mama whooped him and how every time she brought a new man home they was fucking him and stuff like that. Bitch doing the same fucking shit. I told the bitch she cannot come back over my house. She turned around. Her daughter has a child with Down syndrome because the lady's brother had sex with the daughter, and never mind. The daughter's her father raped her. She had this kid. Then her brother raped him, and then you know what I'm saying. And then they was in and then the daughter ran, trying to get away from the family. She come follow the daughter, and the daughter don't want nothing to do with her. And I don't blame the daughter. To change a situation and make your child's life better, sometimes you have to, sacrifice your own wants and needs. Sometimes you have to put away your toys. Put away your selfish fantasies of, like watching X-rated all day long. All I gotta say, ladies, if the man you hang out with, if all he's thinking about is, like role play sexually, watching XX, and he gotta watch his XX, and he gotta do this. He has to do that. That means if you leave your kids there, he's gotta masturbate. He's gotta look at his X-rated stuff. You know what I'm saying? If he thinks he's gotta have sex, because I see these ladies around here now. Some of these kids, like they was horrible little, and they look like they was in a lot of severe pain. It looked like they could have been saved at 7, 8, or 9, and now they walking around and they up in the dope dealer house with the motherfucking mama. And I done cursed this one guy, Gene, out, because I called him the other night. It was real cold. I was like, let me buy a pack of cigarettes from you. The bitch told me, I'll give you a pack for some pussy. I'm like, you know what, you nasty bitch. Not only do you have the package, not only are you walking around with hepatitis and your legs are swollen and you can't walk, and you're sitting and peeing and shitting on yourself. What type of fuck? I was like, I said, never mind. I know you got people up there supposed to be that you have sex with, but I'm not the one. I'm like, fuck you. So I walked up to the fucking store anyway. And I guess I put on all my clothes. But anyway, it wasn't as cold as it is tonight, but it was a cold night. It was like, I think it was like 30 or 27. It had dropped below, below freezing. It was cold enough for me. So I was like, it was like 2:30 in the morning. I really didn't want to go, but I went ahead. I got mad then. I went ahead up there. The people that was parked, cause like I saw the person parked first. I just asked him, hey, who's over there? Like, to take me up to the store. But anyway. He had cool when his other buddies aren't around, but as soon as his buddies show up there, well, now he's not acting so cool because, like, ever since after the flood and he got moved around, harassed, the people that he now hang out with, well, I know that lady, she's a crackhead, so so I don't know, those fucking crackhead ladies is crazy as shit. She came looking in my window one morning. I don't know, what I'm saying? I had been in the kitchen, so I don't know how long she was staring in the window. First I thought I was like, because I get that a lot of people think they can see you, or whatever, and there's like, I don't know, like you come outside and you're like, what the fuck are you looking at? But anyway, getting back to France and the terrorists, that's to be expected, because of the type of war situation that we have. It's sad, but my point about the whole issue is that we are the cause of the results that we get. It's violence begets violence. I don't understand why the Arabs don't have a sense of humor, and I don't understand creating where a joke goes to you're allowed to kill someone. But I thought the French had caught them. So if you do anything like they did in Boston, you just bring about just flood the streets and pretty much hold the people hostage in their house. That's one thing I don't understand. Because there was some shooting here in Memphis, and they were like, oh, we wouldn't let the people in the motherfucking house. The shooting is like one motherfucking place. That would piss me off more than anything else. You ain't gonna let me go to my motherfucking house. Let me figure out how to get in my house. I bet you I can get in my motherfucking house where my motherfucking food and all my comforts is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bullets could go through shit, but y'all really got, you know what I'm saying? I'm more afraid of the motherfucking cops than I am of one motherfucker. And that shit in, you know what I'm saying? And that shit that happened in the VA, that's also to be expected because the VA hospital is like treats, when they come back, I've been up to the VA hospital a few times with 2 different people up here. They took me up there, and they I don't know what y'all did, but both of the motherfuckers is crazy as shit. They just crazy as shit. And all I remember doing, I hang out in the cafeteria. They went around like they was talking, and but the VA hospital is disorganized, it's chaos. You know what I'm saying? You got too many motherfuckers thinking they could appropriate money out of every fucking apartment, but you know what I'm saying? It's like a sieve for the money just to go out, and it's not being, you know what I'm saying? What I see with the happening with the government and a lot of things is that you have people that are high up over it don't realize you really have to babysit these motherfuckers today. You really do. I forgot that when so-and-so, because Jerry was in here, he was talking about babysitting. I forgot you have to babysit all these motherfuckers. Especially motherfuckers that got whooped. Because, in the back of their mind, it's like, ha, 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 I can do it now because ain't nobody going to whoop me. You know what I'm saying? All at once they could just turn into a little fucking heathen. Because, I'm grown. I know this guy, he's almost 40 years old. He do some retarded shit, and then you're going to talk about, I'm grown. I'm like, why the fuck you telling me you grown, bitch? When your feet stop growing? 16. So you've been saying that shit since you were 16? Bitch, you know what I'm talking about? Nah, bitch, I don't. But the results of the type of, how we were training our children through the school system, through media, and a lot of propaganda, is the reason why I'm afraid that there's going to be more VA shootings and more shit that happened like in France. And I don't know if the way that we handle it, like with that shit in Cuba, You know what I'm saying? There's sociology tests that you did, like in what was social studies or something 101. When oh shit, I know it was that long time since I was like, anyway, that was a long time ago. I went to college. But anyway, where they show like these guards, where they take these some of the kids from the university and they make them prison guards, and they end up being very narcissistic and very mean and fucked up to, you know what I'm saying. So, and the thing is, they just wanted to prove that they could, you know, wouldn't have to be me. But the thing is, the whole thing of putting somebody in a cell and locking them up like that is really inhumane in itself. Especially the way they're pumping the motherfuckers out. They come out fucking worse. This one kid, he was a nice looking kid. You know, even though he was like late teens, I seen possibilities for him. Okay, he did a year in jail and then turned around and did, and you know, the way the system is, you know, you just try, like, they brag about it. It's a revolving door. Yeah. And it's because you go out of your fucking way not to fix the fucking problem. But you fix the fucking problem with a child is knowledge, is information, is education. Okay, educate. If you educate them, well, you know, even if they're in jail, right? If you give them something besides, you know, getting face fucking tattooed, this kid's never gonna have a fucking. He's never gonna be able to have a job. He came out. He's fucking finished. I don't know what the fuck they did to him, but it border. They need to. It's inhumane. Whatever they did to that boy, whoever those men were up there, I guess. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? After he's been in jail, that is the punishment. You know, you can't get no worse than taking somebody out of their house. You know, I mean, he just ruined, and that's what they put back in society. Now, you know, you know what I'm saying, now, he done did his little county time, you know, whatever. 98% of these motherfuckers that came, matter of fact, very few men around here. Let me not say 98. Okay, 88% of the fucking men here been in jail. When they came out, they ain't never had another fucking job again. You know, a couple of them, you know, they was at the age where they got drafted. You know, so these other motherfuckers, they didn't get drafted. They get benefits from the VA. I guess that's why they figured, oh well, they came back out of the war. And they wasn't able to get a job. I guess there wasn't too many jobs when you go around shooting motherfuckers. I guess unless you join the police department. But anyway, it's depressing that we have a shooting in the VA, and I'm sad over it. And it's not, you know what I'm saying? And it's because of the politics. It's because of the politics. It's because the hospitals and medical industry is getting all fucked up because everybody's trying to make squeeze $1 million out of a lemon. You know, trying to make $5 or $6 off of Tylenol. A can of 7-Up, $4. You know what I'm saying? You just need one motherfucker that's in finance and business that's over, you know, which they're supposed to have in place. But anyway, so expect more. You know what I'm saying? You know, the school's pumping out below par, at least in the United States. In France, you know, I think they just let these Arabs in and they're damaged goods. I know over here, like, they act like these Arabs is like, oh, so smart. Oh, all these women over here throwing their vagina at this one Alex and shit. Alex is for the last fucking I don't know how many years begging me for pussy. I ain't giving them shit. But they throwing him, and I'm like, and Rob, he's like, yeah, but they know he got money. They know he got money. Sometimes ladies, sometimes because a guy has business doesn't mean he necessarily has money. It could mean that all his money is going to his wife at home, their 5 kids, and paying the banknote on the store, and the bank note on their house, and the bank note on their car, and insurance. You know, what you gonna be getting is kibbles and bits. You know, if you're gonna go after somebody with money, go after somebody with some real motherfucking money. Don't play yourself by this fool over here. You know, and the part Muslim they from is from Africa. This bitch, him, Tony, I don't know. I'm just saying. And then they think they all better because they Muslim and their daughters got their head wrapped up. And the bitch kept accusing me, like every time he sees me with talking to somebody, this guy Tony's gonna oh, you fucking him? So I turn around and I said, your daughter. He gonna say your mama. I said your mama, your grandma, your great grandma. I'm not your fucking shamuta, bitch. You know, that's some Arabic word for hoe. But I ain't your fucking hoe, bitch. Because I'll go off in Arabic at him in a minute. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I'm in China. I like Chinese. At least the food. I've never been to China. But anyway, I'll go off in another motherfucking language in a goddamn minute. The only thing that saved me around here is the cops think, because and Alex knows Spanish. So if I don't know no Arab motherfucking word, I know he knows Spanish. Tu madre maricona, he's a motherfucking dirty bitch. He is a nasty bitch. You know, fucking little girls over there. Anyway, let me get off of here. That's what happens when I get up in the middle of the motherfucking night. I'm gonna go eat some cheesecake. Oh my goodness. Thursday. Hey.